So if God was to give you a blank slate and guarantee that he would give you whatever you desire, what would you ask him for? Hey there, my name is Joyce Omondi. Welcome to CITAM Church Online. Today, I want to talk about asking God for the right things. Let's be honest, everybody wants a good life. We want to live in a big house, in a bougie neighborhood. We want to drive fancy cars. We want to travel the world. We want to shop till we drop. We want to go big or go home, right? We want to have unique experiences. We want to fully enjoy this thing called life. And so a lot of us spend a lot of time in prayer for these exact things: money, power, influence. But there's a guy in the Bible who asked for something so profound, and there's a lot that we can learn from him today. His name was King Solomon. Solomon had taken up the throne after his father David, and in 2 Chronicles chapter 2, or 2 Chronicles chapter 1 rather, we see him bring the leaders of Israel to the tabernacle in Gibeon, where the whole assembly sought the Lord. All of them were in this together. Now at this point, God had already blessed Solomon. Things in the kingdom were good, and he was already quite wealthy. In fact, the Bible says he offered 1,000 burnt offerings before the altar of the Lord. But more than displaying his wealth, this huge amount of sacrifice demonstrated his heart for God and his desire to use his fame, his wealth, his money to glorify God. He wanted to demonstrate from the very beginning that he would seek God and lead the kingdom to seek God as well. So that very night, God appeared to Solomon in a dream and asked him what he would like from him. Like, whatever you want, ask. Whatever you want. What an amazing promise. Now, if you're thinking about going out and offering 1,000 sacrifices or chinjeng 1,000 mbuzis and, doing 1,000 donations to your churches around you, just so that God can give you a blank check, well, you're kind of missing the point. That's not what this is about, okay? God didn't offer Solomon this promise because of sacrificing 1,000 animals, but it was because Solomon's heart was fully surrendered to God. Okay, and so God wanted to do something in Solomon's life through this offer and through the response that Solomon was giving based off of this offer. And so Solomon does this profound thing and asks for wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom is the ability to make good decisions based on proper discernment and judgment. Knowledge is the practical know-how. It is what is necessary for handling everyday matters. And so wisdom applies knowledge. So that is what he was asking for. And we see this in Solomon's statement of why. Why was he asking for wisdom and for knowledge? It wasn't wisdom to make more money or to become more powerful, to become more influential and famous. No, it was wisdom, and he says in verse 10, so that I may go out and come in before these people. In other words, so that I can fulfill my duties before these people, so that I can honor the responsibilities of being king over this nation. Solomon asked for wisdom and knowledge so that he could be a good king. He desired wisdom to build the tabernacle and to economically grow this nation. He put the needs of his people first. He realized that that would be the most valuable thing he could ask for. And later on, in fact, in Proverbs chapter 3:15, he says wisdom is more precious than rubies. Remember, this guy could have asked for absolutely anything, but he didn't. Now, I do need to put a caveat in here and say, I'm not saying that wisdom was the absolute best thing for Solomon to ask for, because in the end, Solomon did fall away from God, right? And so, should he have asked for a deeper relationship with God, greater communion with him? I don't know. Would that have kept him away from falling from God? I don't know. The point here is that God was pleased by what Solomon asked for. And so if we say that God was pleased by what he asked for, then we can also say that God was pleased with what he didn't ask for. More riches, more fame, more power for himself. Essentially, God approved of the way Solomon ordered his priorities. And so God not only answered his prayer for wisdom and knowledge, he answered it beyond expectation and gave him riches and honor anyway, even though Solomon didn't specifically ask for them. So ask yourself at this point, are you asking God for the right thing? What are your priorities? What are your motives with the things that you're asking God for? Jesus spoke about priorities too. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." John 15:7, "If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask what you desire and it shall be done for you." John 5:14, "Now this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears." So the problem for many of us Christians is not whether we will receive anything when we ask, but whether we have asked for the right thing. Remember, God blessed Solomon with riches and honor anyway, even though he didn't specifically ask for them. All the things that Solomon had set aside, that money, that power, that fame, that influence, God gave him anyways. The things that he had set aside for the sake of wisdom, God gave him anyways. And so, are you asking God for the right things? I really hope that this has challenged you as much as it has me, because I have big dreams as well. I wouldn't mind a fancy car in a bougie neighborhood, but at the end of the day, these are questions we constantly have to keep interrogating ourselves about. I'd love to know what you think about this topic. Do comment below at CITAM Church Online on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also catch this podcast, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, God bless you. We'll see you soon.